Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the lovely Karina here in Bogota, Colombia. As we wait for our K1 visa to get adjudicated at the service center in California. We're in the same boat as you guys, rolling down to Rio, waiting for our K1 visa to get adjudicated. And it's a long, slow, tedious wait. But it's only long and tedious if your mental, if in your mind you don't stay busy, if you don't stay occupied. If you continually think about it, it's going to be a long process. But if you keep busy and you keep in touch with your prometido, keep on keeping busy, the time will pass and you will get your K1 visa, your CR1 visa, whatever the case may be. But this video is about what happens when you've got your 2-year probationary green card, okay? How do you lift the conditions on your 2-year green card? You waited years and years and years to get this 2-year green card, and then after the 2 years has passed, if you don't lift the conditions on it, there's going to be problems. So pay attention to this video, guys, and we will help you through this process. This is the second video that I've made on how to lift conditions on a green card. Okay, the first thing to know that you guys need to know is you go to uscis.gov forms, and you're going to find USCIS form I-175. I-751. Dyslexic. I-751, okay? It's 11 pages long, and you're going to use that form to lift the conditions off of your 2-year green card, okay? So you went through the K1 visa process. You went through the whole process. You came to the United States, Miss Beneficiary, you got married within 90 days, and you got your green card, but because you have only been married less than 2 years, you're going to get a temporary probationary green card that's only good for 2 years, okay? After this time is up, you have to lift the conditions off that green card so you can get your 10-year green card, okay? And if you file too early for your 10-year green card, there's a problem. And if you file too late for your 10-year green card, there's a problem. So listen to this video, guys, okay? It's very important. Okay, like I mentioned, okay, to remove the conditions on your beneficiaries, now your wife or husband's 2-year green card, okay, you have to file form I-751. Now, if you brought your fiance, if you brought your wife to the United States, you've been married for 3 or 4 years, then you don't have to worry about this. Your wife is going to get, or husband's going to get a 10-year green card right away. But this is pertaining to K1 visa applicants, okay? Remember, your Mr. Beneficiary, your permanent residency status is only conditional for 2 years. If it's based on marriage that is 2 years old or less, okay? It's conditional, which means you're here for a probationary period, okay? You, Mr. Sponsor, and your beneficiary, now Mr. and Mrs., okay, you must apply together to remove the conditions on your beneficiary's green card, okay? Now there's a fee for doing this. USCIS is not free. We're in a capitalist free market economy, so nothing's free in the United States. Well, a few things, okay? And the biometric cost is $85, and to file the form it's $595, and that's for one person. If you have any additional people, then you're going to pay more for the biometrics, okay? So say, for example, you're going to lift the conditions on you, Miss Beneficiary, and your son. The cost is going to be $170 for the biometrics and $595 for the I-751 form. Total cost is $765. You must file this form on time. Listen up. Now, Miss Beneficiary, look on your temporary 2-year green card, and there's a date, there's an expiration date on there. 90 days back from that expiration date, not 91 days, 90 days back from that expiration date, you must file the paperwork to lift the conditions on your 2-year green card. Okay? if you file, and you must do this with your U.S. citizen or permanent residency husband or wife. Okay, very important. 90 days from the date on your green card, the expiration date, 90 days prior, you must file. Before it expires, you must file for lifting the conditions. Okay. The expiration date on your temporary green card is also the date of your second anniversary as a conditional permanent residence in the United States. Okay? If you do not apply to remove the conditions in the time frame that I mentioned, you could lose your conditional permanent residency status and be deported from the United States of America. So if you file to lift the conditions too early, or if you file too late, you're going to have automatic removal proceedings filed against you by immigration, and then you're going to get a letter saying you have to go and stand in front of an immigration judge to explain what happened. Okay? You will get a notice to stand in front of an immigration judge. So don't mess up. This is very, very important. Now, if you do file late, you file 2 years and 1 month into your green card, so you're a month late, you must write a letter of explanation. If you're going to lift the conditions of your green card late, you write a letter of explanation. Why? And then it better be a good excuse. USCIS will then adjudicate your 2-year green card, probationary green card, and they'll read your letter and they will decide whether to kick you out of the country or not. Okay? You file USCIS form I-751 to an address determined by which state you live in. So, when you filed your K-1 visa, you mailed it to the lockbox in Dallas, okay? And then the lockbox in Dallas sent it off to a service center, probably California, okay? But at the end of this video, I'm going to post the addresses by state where you must file your I-751 letter form when you lift the conditions off your green card, okay? If you go to uscis.gov/forms/where to file form-I-751, I'll put the link up here, it's pretty complicated, okay? There's also a filing date calculator in that website where you can figure out the day that you have to file to lift the conditions on your green card. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you are right now holding a temporary, conditional, probationary 2-year green card, you made it through all this craziness in this immigration process, don't mess up at the end by not filing to lift the conditions off the green card as I explained to you in this video. Go to this website right here, okay? Go to this website right here. I'll leave it up there. And there is a calculator in there that you can use, and you punch in the expiration date on your 2-year green card on that calculator, and the calculator will spit out a date and tell you when you need to lift the conditions and file the paperwork and pay the fees on your 2-year green card. Okay? We hope this information was helpful to you. I'm drinking some of this Colombian fruit juice. It's pretty good. It's like grape and something else, I don't know. But it tastes good. We will see you guys in
Colombia
and the United States. Hang in there. We're going to help you through this visa process, whether it's green cards, K1s, CR1s, and even tourist visas. And we don't say like or subscribe. We don't do that. You either like us or you don't. Right? Okay.